We're going to look at it again just to bask in its amazingness. This is my glorious mac and cheese, but like I literally just figured out that I forgot. Alright, it's supposed to be a buffalo chicken mac and cheese, right? I forgot the buffalo and the chicken. I put everything else in there. I was like 9 kinds of concerned about like using the right type of cheese and the right number of eggs and the right amount of seasonings and precisely measuring the milk. And like I did all of it. I did all of it perfectly. It's so good looking. But I forgot the actual main components of buffalo chicken mac and cheese. The buffalo and the chicken. So it's just mac and cheese. It's alright, you know. I'm here for it. Let's fucking go. That's alright. Okay, so anyway, the real reason I started this video. We are making 2 drastic life changes post mac and cheese. As soon as we finish with this delectable pot of regular ass mac and cheese, we are going off of sugar, and that's not to say off of carbs immediately. That is off of sugar, processed sugar. But like, that's not much of a leap for me because I don't, like literally everything I drink is sparkling water. I drink regular water and sparkling water. I don't drink anything else at all. Ever. Literally. Sparkling water, regular water. So I don't think that'll be a problem drink-wise. I don't drink coffee, so I don't have to worry about sugar being in my coffee. Outside of pasta and sauces, I don't think there's any sugar to remove. Except for the thing I was talking about the other night, the chocolate, nuts, and raisins mix that I make. So that's going to be the real thing that we're eliminating here. And I felt like a bigger thing when I was thinking about it yesterday, but I guess it's not just removing processed sugar. It's removing all sugar that's not found in something else. And then processed food. So like, no more Taco Bell. You know, we're done with fast food. I don't eat other fast food, really. But Taco Bell was the one fast food that I would make exceptions for. So we're going to focus on removing the chocolate trail mix and removing the Taco Bell, which shouldn't be that difficult. I'm just going to have to like tell my sister, no means no. And not allow myself to be convinced otherwise. You know, it's not really that difficult. It just takes determination. And I can do anything. You know, I can literally do anything. There is nothing that will stop me from achieving my goals. Sometimes it takes a couple tries, but I always get there. And that leads me to the second thing. If eliminating Taco Bell and chocolate, like processed foods, and if that doesn't fix the skin problems, fasting is probably going to be my next bet. Because fasting activates a lot of, it activates stem cells. It's really good for both your skin and your hair and like everything. It's really good for everything. Hydration, fasting, removal of processed foods. That's like my go-to situation. So we're going to try that out, but I'm doing a no-no. Because you are not supposed to try multiple things at the same time in order to combat a particular issue. You are supposed to wait for one thing to give you results, and then you know whether that one thing was effective or ineffective, whether you liked it or didn't like it. You get to see whether it felt good or whether it felt bad in your body. But I'm going to try 2 at once this time. I haven't tried any kind of skin stuff since I did that crazy... I might still have some. There was this nutso charcoal bullshit. Oh my god, it's so terrible. I used it for like, I think it must have been over a month. This is it. Bior charcoal, great for oily skin. I don't even have oily skin like that. I just have regular skin. Deep cleans 2 times better and naturally purifies. Deep pore charcoal cleanser. Don't be dirty. But this shit literally irritated the fuck out of my skin, and it's been breaking out ever since. I literally just thought to myself, I should probably have a skincare routine. And so I started using it, and it irritated the fuck out of my face. And it's still not great. It still like flares up pretty consistently every once in a while. And it goes away pretty quick too. My problem is that I can't stop touching it. I can't stop scratching at it. And it's not like itchy, but it's just like if something's there, I have to mess with it. I don't know why I'm like that. But if I got like a bump or a scab or, something, I just have to fuck with it. There's other people in my family that have the same issue. I think maybe it's like some OCD genetic bullshit. I don't know. But I was reading about other alternative solutions because just because the first product I used didn't work out for me, that doesn't mean that no products will work out for me. And going back to just doing nothing didn't solve the problem. It's been like 6 months. I'm still breaking out. So if this doesn't work, I'm going to try one more after this. And if those two things don't work, then I guess it's time for a dermatologist. I don't go to doctors. Ever. Unless I'm dying. That's the rule. Clearly I've made the exception before. But I did go to the doctor multiple times this year in order to be a lab rat. So I let them experiment on me and take all my juices and like run tests and stuff like that and poke around. So even though it wasn't for a problem, I did go to a doctor. And I did go to the dentist, and I'm about to have to go to the dentist again. So it's not like I can say that I never go to the doctor. But dermatologist, I don't know, it feels like a bad word for some reason. I'm resistant to it for some reason. But I started looking at, over-the-counter solutions. And one of the ones that seemed like a pretty solid bet that a lot of people had good experiences with was this thing. CeraVe Renewing SA Cleanser for normal skin, not oily skin. Gently cleanses and exfoliates while softening and smoothing skin. And it's got ceramides and salicylic acid. And the salicylic acid is what people were really talking about, helping out. So I'm going to try that. And I guess you just do a pump. You like wet your face and then you do a pump and then you like let it sit on there after you massage it in for like 30 seconds or something. And then you just rinse it off with warm water, lukewarm water. So I'm going to try and do that every day. And it's not so much about the result as it is the consistency. And we've gotten consistency before, but maybe that wasn't the right product. And most of the things in our life don't really go down correctly the first time. We almost always have to circle back. It's been like that since I was a kid. I could play a video game and I would get stonewalled. And I would drop that shit for like 6 months. And then I would eventually pick it back up and I would beat the level really easily. And I'm like, I haven't played this since then. What changed? And I think sometimes it's just a fresh vantage point, a different strategy. Time passing in a way can help you. Trying something different from a different perspective maybe. Or maybe it's the divine timing factor. And I think I came to the realization that if you do nothing and you have a persistent problem, then you will continue to have that problem. You cannot just wait and hope that it will magically clear. So I'm going to try it. And I'm not anticipating a bad reaction like I had the first time. I muscled through it, even though my skin was reacting badly and it was almost burning, It was like red and irritating. And I thought that it was just going to get worse before it gets better, but that didn't end up being the case. It just ended up being a gigantic waste of time and a whole lot of irritation. So we are going in with a fresh mentality, a different strategy, a different perspective, and a different product, hoping that this is the one that fits. So if you are having a problem like that, keep on trucking. Spirit will provide a solution, but you do have to look for one.